Hey everybody, it's I'm Kangaroo, and today we're gonna be talking about the Holocaust. This was a big thing, and I did a PowerPoint for you guys just to show you all the distress and stuff that was carried into it. Wrong slide, my bad. I kind of had to. There we go. Hitler. We're gonna be talking about Hitler first because obviously he was the main reason this all happened. Hitler was born in Austria. Most people don't know that. They all thought he was born in Germany. He's not. He was not. He was a great public speaker, and he was great at persuading, and his goal was to change the world in a good way. He was against people that did not like him, and he was a dictator. And he caused many problems out there for most people, and it really was not a great sight. What was Hitler against? Hitler was against Jews, homosexuals, bisexuals, blacks, gypsies, fat people, anybody who hated him, people who did not have the Iron trade code, which was blonde hair, blue eyes, and white. And if you didn't have that, you were considered, an outlier or someone who wasn't, given gift. He formed groups to kill these people because he did not like them, obviously. Okay. I'm sorry for all this. I did not actually plan on doing it like that. How did the U.S. get involved? The U.S. got involved by Japan bombing Pearl Harbor, which Pearl Harbor is in Hawaii, and this happened on December 7th, 1941. This caused the United States to get involved in trying to end the Holocaust or World War II. Why did they bomb Pearl Harbor? To get our attention and to get us angry and to also get us involved, obviously, because they were kind of toying with us. Who were the enemies or the Axis? Germany, obviously, big one, Hitler right there. Italy, Russia partly because Russia was traded, and they were kind of, they're also called the Soviet Union back then, so if you that's probably like, what's the Soviet Union? It's Russia. And Japan. And, Russia was only in there part-time, and we'll get to that. We already did that slide, Well, who are the allies? Like, who are the good people? England, Russia, there's Russia again. They got traded over. They said, nuh-uh, we are not going to be part of the bad side. We're going to go over here and we're going to make a difference. Australia, France is another big one. Poland, New Zealand, Holland, USA. Here's them continued. Belgium, Canada, China, Brazil, Greece, South Africa, Luxembourg, and Norway. I know there's many, many more. The list goes on and on and on. I just try to name the big ones. What were the big three? The big three were Russia, USA, and England. Also France. They weren't really part of the big three. FEAR, which spells out France, England, America, and Russia. Big, big alliance right there to take them down. How many Jews were killed in this action? 6 million Jews were killed. They were killed for arguing the way they are, who they are, and protesting. Protesting. How many were killed? Were 6 million, and many were killed in gas chambers or in concentration camps. Gas chambers, this is my definition, when they put several Jews or gypsies or gays or anything like that in a room with gas and has pipes in it. I'll show you a picture later on, and it releases gas, and it suffocates them because they cannot breathe because they don't have oxygen there. It's covered by this gas, and it's just terrible that someone would do this to somebody just because they didn't like them. We already did that one. We already did that one. Sorry, I apologize. Concentration camps. This is one of the last slides, I believe. And I know I'm missing some things in this, which I'll get to the end. I'll try to fill stuff like that. What are concentration camps? They're where they put Jews, and they were worked to death, or they would be shot if they refused to work, or they'd be killed in other ways, like gas chambers. They'd starve them because they wouldn't give them any food. They're like, you work, no food. Yeah, you're a human. They basically wanted you to die. one way or another. They wanted you to die. They shot or gas chambered people who were unable to work. That means babies or ill people or even the elder were killed because of this. It really sucks. It really is it's really something doubtful. Why would this happen? You know, with something like that. Babies especially, that's a real tearjerker right there. I mean, 6-month-old, you're a baby, and just because of who your family is, you get killed. It's really sad. And, I'll make sure I didn't miss a slide here. Oh, when did the war end? The war ended on August 15th, 1945. It ended by an atomic explosion, I believe, in Japan, which was caused by the U.S. The U.S. bombed them. They said revenge for Pearl Harbor, basically. Hitler, everybody wants to know about him, right? Hitler died by committing suicide. He never got killed by U.S., Russia, anybody like that. Or the Jews even. He got killed. He killed himself. I think it was a self-inflicted gun wound, but I do not believe what it really was. But on that same day, his wife did the same. She committed suicide as well because her loved one passed, and she thought it would be okay too. They probably both ended up in hell, but hey, they're in a better place, right? Hitler killed himself because he knew he was already caught and captured. So he did everyone a favor and did it himself. Thank you. And now I'm going to check if I missed any slides. Just going to keep going through these. I am a huge apologize. I apologize for this because I really didn't plan on doing that. Okay, here's some pictures. This top left-hand corner has all these guys just sitting there in their like robes, like something like that. Those are what people look like in concentration camps. As you can see, they're all skin and bones. They are no fat whatsoever. The one to the right with the frame around it, the black frame, excuse me, and it has people in the trenches. That's where they put people after they killed them. They put them in trenches, and so if they didn't have anywhere to put them, they just buried them right there. Next one, as you can see, the guy with the stash. That is Hitler. And the one down here that's red, it has a little black things. That is the Nazi symbol. He was a Nazi. That's what they called him. The one directly to the right says war. Oahu bombed by Japanese planes. That's the actual paper that was issued the day of Pearl Harbor being bombed. The next one to the right, that is Anne Frank. If you know who she is, I would say some people do. Most people probably don't. Anne Frank she's a Jew. Her and her family and a few of her friends, they camped out in an attic in a factory, and they lived through most of the Holocaust. But this factory was in Holland, I believe, or the Netherlands. Maybe you know it is that. And her dad was a big business owner and stuff like that. And she lived through most of it. Her family did. But one suspicious day, they heard a pounding on the door. They wondered who it was. They opened. They heard it outside. They're in a factory. They can hear it all the way up a flight of stairs. And they can hear open up. This is the Nazi police, whatever you want to call them. And they barged in, and they found them in the attic, hidden. And most people are like, "Run! Why didn't you run?" There's no way out. There's no way out. They were found, and they were shocked. They were just stumbled. It was the day, I believe, Auschwitz, which was one of the biggest concentration camps out there, was liberated, which means freed. And they were... Oh, no, that wasn't the day of. That was a few months later. Excuse me. False information right there. And Anne was happy in the concentration camp. It's sad, really is. Her father's the only one that didn't go. I believe he somehow escaped. She died of a disease that was very common in the concentration camps. I'm not sure what it was called. Her sister also got it, Margot. Yeah, Margot. And yeah, I mean, it's sad. And the thing that they died, if they would have lasted another month, I think it was, they would have lived and they would have been freed and they would be jolly old people again. Now that photo, that small photo underneath the Nazi symbol, sign, whatever you want to call it, that is gas chamber. As you can see, there's pipes and there's a floor that kind of has a leaking thing to it. That's a gas chamber where they put the several people and they just released the gas and it killed them within 5 minutes. And then they'd clear the gas out and they would go pick up all the dead bodies. Well, I don't even know if they picked up the dead bodies. I have no idea. I don't remember that one. But anyways, I want to give a big holler out there to whoever just watched this, because it's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal in history. It's a big deal, period. And with that said, I think I'm going to end this by saying Hitler was a bad person. And that is why I play Nazi Zombies on the PS3. So, thank you guys, and see you later.